Welcome everyone, and I am here, Peter Fivefoot, of course. The puck drops here. To have some more football. We got the Browns and the Ravens. This is a really important game for a bunch of teams. Teams like the Raiders, who want the Ravens to slip up and miss the playoffs. Teams like Buffalo, who with a Cleveland win will win the division for the first time since you don't even remember 96, 97. It's been a long time for Buffalo. But here you go, Cleveland. They're trying to race to the playoffs. They've got the Giants on Monday night. The Ravens will have them later as well. Here is Lamar Jackson on a 3rd and 12. Jackson getting out, and there's a penalty flag on the field. We're tied at 7 in this game. And it's gonna be 4th down because of a penalty against both of these two, both of the teams holding on both sides. So they say that they offset, and that's the way it is. Or no, I think it was excuse me, I got the penalty wrong. It was declined by Cleveland because it was against the Ravens, and the Browns got a sack on the play. 14:08 in the second. Koch will punt this, and this ball is going to be fair caught just at the 34-yard line of Cleveland, as Peoples-Jones argues that, but we're still tied 7 here in Cleveland. A very important game. Browns trying to split the series. So right now we're just awaiting this game to come back, of course, and see what the Browns do on their drive. Just about 16 yards short of midfield. So I just want to let you know I'll be able to do videos even a lot more now as school is over for me. The fall semester is done. Grades will be coming on Wednesday, and I'll be able to do some more. And I'm really excited. In a few weeks, it's very close. December 26th, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after that, right after Christmas Day, I will be having a live stream. I'm not sure when. Josh, when you come out, I'll explain it to you. But I'm not sure when exactly, but on December 26th. But I'll have a live stream on December 26th that I've been planning for about 2 months, and it's going to be on predictions on everything, including the Seattle draft, the franchise draft, whatever it's called, all NHL predictions, cup, not draft, not who's going to get picked in the actual rookie draft, the entry draft, but pretty much everything else would be predictions, awards, standings, players, teams, all of that. And we will have fun with that. That'll be December 26th. So get ready for that, and that'll be enjoyable. So I'm excited for that. Breaking a record for saying that the most times. We'll have the NHL, actually, the training camp is starting on January 3rd, which is about less than 3 weeks away, and just a day more than 4 weeks away. We've got the start of the NHL regular season on January 13th. And also, interestingly enough, 7 days after that, on January 20th, that Wednesday, is going to be the day that I get my my live streaming back on my main channel. So get ready for that. As here is Mayfield throwing off his back foot, gets it to Hunt. Kareem Hunt spins, and he'll get about 3 yards. and tackled down by Justin Ellis, and a penalty flag is thrown on the field. See who this is against. It's an illegal use of hands against Baltimore, against Marcus Peters, the former chief. Hands to illegal use of hands, and that'll be another first down for the Browns. Browns 9-3, Baltimore 7-5. That seems like some unicorn blue moon type situation, but that's what we're looking at here. It's really what's being had. Cleveland go in the huddle, then they'll just go right out the huddle. Ellis lined up on the center. They need 10 yards. They're at the 40. Got to get to midfield. They line out David Njoku. Here's Mayfield. Mayfield, hand up. Kareem Hunt for a few. Give him 3.5, and it'll be second down. Kareem Hunt and Marcus Peters, actually, who have been battling each other all night when they bring the corner blitzes in Baltimore, were two prolific offensive and defensive weapons in Kansas City, but some other circumstances distanced themselves from the Chiefs, who went on to win the Super Bowl last year. Now they're battling here in AFC North. Pretty crazy stuff. 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield in the shotgun. He'll get it, no clap. Mayfield pumps it. Now throws over the middle. Dropped by Rashard Higgins. And on the coverage, they had linebackers back. It's third down. It was Humphreys, who is an athletic linebacker, and beautiful coverage. Absolutely perfect. Humphrey was not going to drop that ball. He was going to have it and complete the catch, but Humphreys, just with a unbelievable deflection, just sized up the body of Rashard Higgins, and made the play. That's all you can ask for with that point. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun. He moves Jarvis Landry. Now gets it. Mayfield has time. Now feels the rush. Mayfield gets out. Mayfield throws in the run. Deflected. And he was going for Hunt. And it'll be a stand on third down for the Baltimore defense. And it's fourth down. And Cleveland's going to have to punt again. And so this is what happens. Mayfield, he stands in there. He waits. He goes for a short throw. Actually, he was going for the tight end, Bryant, but it got tipped up to the position where Hunt was. He probably should have ran that. Baltimore edging the line. They bring more protection back for Gillen and the punt team. Remember, a few years ago, Baltimore won a very pivotal game because they blocked a field goal to win it at the end of the game. Special teams, big time in this rivalry. And this punt is going to bounce into the end zone. Baltimore thought they had a return. It bounced right by them. 3 Browns went to go retrieve it at the bottom of the end zone, at the foot of the end zone, but it bounces in. So it'll be a touchback. Ravens at the 25, tied at 7. All right. I'm just looking right now because I'm not on the YouTube thing on my YouTube channel because I'm not on my YouTube channel right now because I'm using my phone right now in my this game that I have on the computer because the TV doesn't have the channel is needed for me to look at that. I'm completely confused. I have no idea what I just said. Just ignore that. Oh, we're still here. Waiting on Baltimore and Cleveland.
These teams' nominees for the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award are Myles Garrett and Bradley Bozeman. Considered the league's most prestigious honor, the award recognizes players who not only exhibited excellence on the field.
Here lines up Myles Garrett for the Browns on defense again against Cleveland. They're back with this again and now ready to go. First and 10, they're showing some of the charitable things of Myles Garrett, the #1 overall picked by the University of Texas A&M, which I'll explain some stuff later about them, some important things. 12:28 left in the second quarter, and a big run by Odgins. J.K. Dobbins, excuse me, I can't read. J.K. Dobbins, former Ohio State running back in his college stomping grounds, right up the middle. And J.K. Dobbins will get a Baltimore Ravens first down. Lamar Jackson is back under center. He motions again. Has movement with DeMarco. Goes up the gut to Gustav Edwards. Gets a few on that, and it's second down. More with the running plays, they try to go physical. It should be noted that, unbelievably, because of what's happened with Buffalo and Washington before that, there is a slight chance, and it's still available, that the Cleveland Browns could win the AFC North ahead of Pittsburgh and Baltimore. They had that 7-9 season and then that really bad season last year, and they might make the playoffs. Here's Lamar Jackson with a lot of pocket presence. He's going to go out. He's going to definitely get the first down, and he'll scramble to the 45, where he will slide down, protecting his body, and it's a first down, Baltimore. And you wonder, because he was just sitting there, and he had so much, he had the space and where to run and throw the ball and all that. You just marvel at, he's scrambling, and then he just, boom, how fast this guy is. He's just a absolute fantastic football player in a way that you can't teach that speed. They say it a million times, but it's true. It's naturally given, and he perfected it. Ravens got to get to the 45. They're going to push past the 50. They're still moving past the first down marker, and J.K. Dobbins is, as you said, feed me, at the 42-yard line of Cleveland. More of the blocking. This one comes from DeMarco to the side, and Dobbins, just patient runner. He follows his blockers. They push. And then when he thinks the Cleveland guys got him, like Wilson, he just moves ahead with his power. Yards after contact, 17 for J.K. Dobbins. Basically the yak version is rack, runs after contact, rushes after contact. And Lamar Jackson is going to hand off to Dobbins. Here he only gets a yard. There is that vaunted Cleveland defense that we have been hearing about. Sheldon Richardson, the former Jet, with the tackle. 9:34 left in quarter two. In different ways, as they're showing here, you're seeing the running, the read option, the straight-up quarterback run, right up the gut to a fullback, right up the gut to a running back or a pitch. They're finding ways to rush the ball. Timeout taken by the Ravens. I believe no timeouts being taken. It's just that Myles Garrett, the big defensive end, one of the faces of the franchise for Cleveland, is shaken up a little bit, which is not good. 10.5 sacks for him, 15 QB hits, and 4 forced fumbles in this season. And the third consecutive season, he's had 10-plus sacks, which is a franchise record. Unbelievably, you look at the defense of all these great Brown players, these Cleveland Browns players, and no defensive player has ever had 3 straight 10-plus sack seasons, and Myles Garrett has done it. But he's hurting a little bit, and that's dangerous. If you're a Cleveland Browns fan, that's not good. Lamar Jackson calling an option. He could go screen. He does not. He passes over the middle. That was a rouse and a first down catch. I was trying to explain was that the receiver moving over the middle to the side as a screen was just to distract the defense, as they show Myles Garrett with feeling the elbow. But that was a pass over the middle and tumbling down for a first down. This is a really nice Baltimore Ravens drive. 8:40 left in the second. Ravens at the Brown 31. Hand off to Dobbins. No, that fake me. They go to Lamar Jackson, who's going to go down the sideline, and he's going to get pushed out at the Browns 11. First down, Ravens. And they have marched into the red zone with a read option that fooled me, and it was a quarterback decision run. You had DeMarco pushing in to cause more attention to be lost in Dobbins, who had a wide open hole, but they go to Lamar Jackson. And it's funny, they bit on the Dobbins run. They could go do that now and still get positive yards, maybe get a touchdown. That's how effective this run game is right now. They were going past, and each time it wasn't working, but now they're rushing. Harbaugh wanted to call a timeout for some reason, even though Baltimore had a really nice play brewing. But I think he didn't like the defense that was being shown by Cleveland as Lamar Jackson gives a sarcastic hug with his head coach. Maybe also a refresher, too, as he drinks some water or Gatorade or whatever. Try to, not lose so much energy. Your quarterback's running. Everybody's running down the field. They got to be sweating right now and panting, and you don't want that. So if you can give some rest and you believe that will help your drive, it's a good thing, especially in a tie game against a really good football team. The 36th consecutive offensive game that the Ravens have had 100 more yards, and they're tied with that number with the Pittsburgh Steelers from 76, a team that went to the conference final. Handoff right up the side, bowling to the end zone. Did he get there? He did. Touchdown, Ravens. Oh, that's the wrong one. Excuse me. A Baltimore touchdown, and they're going to look at this. Oh, he might not be in, but the call on the field is in. And to my vantage point, it looks like he's short, but he got the first down. Ball should be at the half inch, but we'll see. That knee looks down when the ball is short. We will see, but it is absolutely close. It was a rush to the side. Almost like a sweep, but not exactly. And again, they're going to look at it. I think the nose was short when Edwards went down. The call on the field is a touchdown. It is a touchdown. They say he got in, and Cleveland doesn't want to challenge because, first down ball at the half inch. They can just score a touchdown anyway. Here is the kick, and it's good. Baltimore takes a 7-point lead over the Browns on the road. Edwards finishes off a fantastic drive filled with rushing attacks. Baltimore 14, Browns 7. So we'll see how it goes. With this next game. Not next game, next drive. Cleveland is going to have to get the ball back and score. See if they go rushing. I think they're going to try to run the ball, but Baltimore they went on fire with the rushing attack, and Cleveland has not. We'll see if they go there again, or maybe if they try to find some passing. They've had a lot of good. Cleveland has, the Browns, a lot of good chances and looks, but they've just been bested by Baltimore's fantastic defense, and get put in that area, baby in a corner with the rushing attack. No defense in the world is going to stop that. The way Baltimore ran, that was some pretty incredible stuff. I know Kansas City's getting better on defense, and they can come at you with all of these offensive weapons, and they demolished Baltimore earlier this year. I'm aware of that. But, man, you look at this team, this Baltimore, at least that Baltimore rushing drive, maybe not the team so much, but the way they ran the ball, that's just fantastic coaching, and they will able to put the ball into the end zone. It's really all that is. Also, what that does is just completely bleed the time off of the clock. Which helps when you're in a game against a team that also likes to run the ball. And they can do all these great things with passing the ball as well, but they can also not do that. So we're back in Cleveland now. Excuse me. The Ravens and the Browns. Tucker to kick off. 7:49 left in the second. This will come out of the end zone. Bounce out, a touchback. Cleveland to the 25. So here is the running play by Edwards. And Gustav Edwards, he sizes up this defensive player, and I got to make a fake. And one of the ways he was able to make that fake was, instead of just going himself trying to make the fake against disciplined defense, he got his quarterback help him, Lamar Jackson, and that was a key play, kind of slowed it down a little bit and helped. Here is a run on the first drive of Cleveland's drive. Kareem Hunt for 3 yards, and it'll be second down. I guarantee that every drive, maybe not every new first down, but every drive in this entire game is going to start with the run, specifically one up the middle. These teams just love to run the football, and they're really good at it. But at some point, you're going to have to get on the board if you're Cleveland with passing the ball. Even if they don't score on this drive, you want to really air the ball out, let them know. Here's Mayfield getting out of there. Baker Mayfield's going to throw it. I caught it. He caught it, Bryant, but were the knees down? They're saying incomplete. It was running for his life. He threw it up and didn't know if he was going to go out of bounds. Let's see. This is a catch, but are the knees down? Here is the catch. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. It was a little airborne, and that ball never. So a decent chance, but Cleveland has not been very successful in this game when Baltimore has come after Mayfield. It sets them into third down situations like this. You know they're going to pass the ball too. Hunt is in the backfield, but you wouldn't think that he would go. Hunt is blocking, so it's a pass over the middle. And he's got a man, Landry, to the 39-yard line of the Browns. That is a pickup of about, I'll give him, I think 8 or 9 yards. I'm not sure how much, but he got the first down. Because it was off the sticks, but it was not an incredibly long pass. Here comes Hunt. No, excuse me, that was Chubb. Nick Chubb. Up the middle there. And he got some good yards. 3. Give him 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Take a look at Don Martindale, linebackers coach for the Ravens until 2017, and he's now been promoted to the defensive coordinator, and his defense outright flies. They don't give up too many yards. Chubb is out there, David Njoku, Austin Bryant, also Carlson is another tight end, and Dominic, I think, Peoples-Jones. Fakes the handoff. Mayfield has time. He's going to throw in the pocket. He's going to have Peoples-Jones, who's going to make the catch. Tremendous catch right by the Cleveland punter at the sideline. Peoples-Jones, and he converts on 2nd down. A big, big play. Hey, Tommy, what's going on, man? How are you? How are you doing? And one of the corners bit for Baltimore. Like, he completely bit. And Peoples-Jones, Michigan, tight end / receiver. He's receiver on Cleveland, but he played some tight end in college. He makes the catch. And he puts Cleveland with a chance to get some more opportunities. Here, I think a timeout was called with 5 minutes left. I think it was Cleveland. And it was. Cleveland takes their first. Baltimore took their first earlier to settle down Lamar Jackson. Mayfield has taken his. Okay, what an important game for anyone who follows me. Notre Dame and Clemson. If Notre Dame can beat Clemson, it basically will put Texas A&M in the playoff if they beat Tennessee, because Florida has the 2 losses and A&M would only have 1. Then that selection show will be Sunday, actually. Pretty interesting stuff. Texas A&M played Tennessee. We'll talk about that another time. And also some other great college games. This is a big week. Here's Baker Mayfield. Handing off to Chubb. Chubb pushing. Chubb still moving. And he will now be down. 2nd and 2, an 8-yard gain for Bradley Chubb. With 4:32 left in the second. Here's Mayfield. Hand off to Chubb. Chubb races to the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland! Nick Chubb, right up the middle, and they are an extra point away, the Browns are, from tying the game. And he took a block and then found his way right through. And Elliott just never there. You got to be there to tackle the man. He wasn't there. Cleveland now That was a low kick. I think it might have got deflected, but he makes it. 14 all in Cleveland, Ohio. We have got an absolutely crazy football game late in the second quarter here in the first half. We'll see what they try to do. This Thursday, actually, we'll have some football to do, some NFL football. Get ready for that. And it's going to be less annoying because it doesn't seem like anything to you guys. But for me, I have to stream this on my computer, as I explained earlier. And Thursday, I can actually stream it on the TV in my room at home. And that's my actual home. And that's the Chargers and the Raiders. That's a big game. Raiders, if they lose, probably can't get in. Chargers, I believe, have already been eliminated from the NFL playoffs. Ravens trying to find a chance to get in, and Cleveland winning would help that. Obviously, beating Indianapolis would have really assisted the Vegas Raiders in their quest for the playoffs. But that's not what happened. That was a close game until about the second half, and Indy just put on the clamps. A team that's still fighting. Right now, they're in the wild card, but still fighting to actually win the division. They could win the AFC South title. It's very possible and could quite happen. So take a look here and look at this team. Cleveland now to kick off. Hugely important game against Baltimore. They will now kick off. And this is going to be returned at the 1 yard line, taken past the 10, past the 15, past the 20, and nothing there. I think that's a 24-yard line. That's where they're going to put the ball. So they show the playoff picture right now. The Chiefs leading the AFC West, leading the entire AFC, 12-1, leading the whole league, I believe, as well. Pittsburgh at 11-2, their last two losses after going undefeated. Then Buffalo in the East still at 3, but they are getting closer to the Steelers that are taking that 2 seed, which is not longer a bye anymore. Tennessee at 9-4 in the 4th seed, as well as Cleveland at 5, 6, and 7. Cleveland, Miami, Indy, and then following by them are the Raiders and Baltimore as well. Baltimore actually in the first spot of the wild card. In fact, Pittsburgh would end up playing Miami. And, if Buffalo makes a few more moves and stays in Miami, you can have an AFC East title match in the playoffs as Lamar Jackson goes down thanks to Tantanaki and his friends in Cleveland for a big sack, creating a 2nd and long. He made a fake handoff, and then Lamar Jackson just going around people and then actually, interestingly enough, he just slipped down and then was hauled down. Can't be fleet-footed forever. Less than 3:30 to go in the first half. Lamar Jackson. He'll hand it off to Dobbins. Dobbins fakes stiff arm, and then he's hauled down. Just beyond the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd down and way long. You might as well call it Howie because they have forced a big decision on what exactly to do on 3rd down. Do you go for the long pass, do whatever, because it's a lot, 3rd and 19. And this Cleveland crowd is going crazy, jumping up and down. They have a few people here with masks, all that, but in the dog pound, as they call it, this Cleveland Brown team, not in a situation they would have wanted, wise with COVID and everything, but they have found a way to succeed in the regular season. Handoff, and that goes about 5 yards, and that's all that happens. Just stay back, bend, don't break. That was the philosophy, and they force a Ravens punt, and the Browns are going to have a chance to take a lead. Fourth and 15. And I think the Ravens are just going to hold it until the 2-minute warning. That's what they will do. 2-minute warning, everybody. A Baltimore punt coming right after that as Lamar Jackson had a disastrous drive. Cleveland is in control. You will see what happens on their drive to try to take the lead at home. Oh, throat kind of hurts. Need a drink of water. So just waiting for this to come back to see what will go on. Just so everyone knows, if Cleveland wins, they would go 10-3. They haven't been to that record in years. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2002. They hadn't won 10 wins, I think, since. I think they got 10 wins when they were reincarnated as a franchise after being moved to Baltimore, like 99 or 2000. But it's been a long time coming for this Cleveland team. They were bad forever. They had that season where they had a few seasons that were really bad. It was just the mediocre Browns. Then they looked like they were getting better, and it just got worse and worse. They had a season when they were going to go 0-16. And then field goal was missed to make them 0-16. And then the very next year, they went 0-16, one of only 2 teams that have gone that, the 09 Lions being the other. The Bucks in the 70s were pretty bad too, but not that bad. Although we might have the Jets in the same way because there are 3 games left to play in the season, and New York has not won any of the other 13 for the Jets. But the Browns, they had that season 7-9. It was a pretty crazy one that actually was decent. Then they go 5-12 or 5-11 or 4-12 last year. They didn't do that great. And here you go. They got 10 wins. They've already got a winning season. They would have to choke a few weeks and need some help for them to miss the playoffs. They might even win the division. Could even get the 1 seed, but probably they still really could get the 2 seed. 1 seed doesn't look like it's happening. Kickoff was low and returned off of the punt at the 45-yard line of Baltimore. So the Browns are in excellent position. 9 of 16, 6 of 8 on play action is Baker Mayfield, including throwing for 108 yards. $151 to go in the half. Here is Mayfield. He throws over to Peoples-Jones, who tripped. He gets the pass, but he's about 2-3 yards short of the first down marker instead of getting it, which you thought he would have. But he did trip. Actually, they were at the 45 of Cleveland. I misread the thought. There is Hunt getting slammed down with a vicious hit by Elliott. That was a throw to Hunt, who caught the ball, went to turn, and got bottle knockered. Perfect hit. Helmet to the midsection. And then the arm tackle. That was a fantastic hit. Absolutely legal. And it is 3rd and 3. Mayfield in the shotgun. Ravens go on the edge. Mayfield ducked a hit. Mayfield throws low. Njoku makes the catch. And there's a penalty on the field. And now they'll rule him down. Are they saying it was incomplete? I kind of delayed my reaction like, Njoku, because I thought maybe it was dropped. Here we go. Oh, wow. On the other side, pass interference, offensive pass interference against Donovan, not Dominic. Donovan Peoples-Jones, who had that catch on the other drive, the touchdown drive. He gets called for a pass interference, and that, I believe, is going to be a 10-yard penalty. Makes it, instead of 3rd and 3, 3rd and 13. The penalties have cost Baltimore slightly more, 6 yards, but they're both in the same way where they've given up a few penalties that have helped their opponents. But no one has drastically had that amount. Here's Mayfield. Baker, dancing toes. Baker will throw incomplete as he got hit behind the play, and it'll be 4th down, and it will stop the clock, which is key. So the Browns will punt, and Baltimore has 2 timeouts left, try to regain the lead. And they call intentional grounding on the call. And he's saying, and Baker Mayfield is pleading to the officials that McClendon, I'm not sure who, hit his hand or wrist. So they'll lose yards and go straight to 4th down. Browns officials and coaches still arguing about this. There was an arm on the arm, but instead of just batting it down, which would have been a fumble, Baker's able to take his arm away from the defender, and then he gets crushed. They're still calling this, if you look at it, his arm was there. I guess the call is, since he got out while he wasn't in the action of throwing, he's still in the tackle box or whatever, and, that's still a penalty. So here's the tackle box they're going to look at. Baker Mayfield scrambles to the left, to the right, to the left. He's clearly in the tackle box. What he is pleading is that his arm gets touched. Now, what I think the officials are saying is that his arm gets touched and then he gets it out of there. Here's the call. No, they're not even going to make it. They're not even going to review it. They said, no, we're not even going to go there. Cleveland officials looking for an explanation. They won't get one. So, Browns, not a lot of yardage on that to punt the ball. This is not going to bounce well. If you're a Cleveland fan, did it get muffed? No. Thought it did. It'll bounce to the Baltimore 45. Ravens trying to retake the lead with about a minute left in the half. Now we shall see what will happen. Okay. Still waiting for Baltimore to get back with their offense. Remember, also, as we go down the line, we also live streaming some the NFL playoff games as they come around. We've got a few teams that have qualified, clinched playoff spots. Green Bay has, New Orleans has, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, and Buffalo can end the division with a Cleveland win tonight. That would also only leave 7 spots. I really think you got to get that. You got to stop at the bye, though, and get that final 8th seed, 1-8. Like the bye, you need a bye because we did so much hard work. It is incomplete by the marker, out of bounds of Brown trying to get it 56 seconds. It's, we did all this work and we're great and all this. So if you're really great, then you can play. You want to give them a break of a week, fine. Either a break or a week. If you're that good, you can play. You can play and win. Like, we shouldn't give the dominant teams breaks and rewards and give the struggling ones say, oh, well, why does the bad stay bad and the rich get richer? Like, that's why. So I'm waiting for that. But I like that they added a 7th seed, made the 2 seed work. And then it also adds, now at least, because the 1 seed has the bye, now it adds incentive to be a certain seed. 3rd and 10. And also maybe you like playing more games in the playoffs where another team wouldn't adjust. 3rd and 10 now because of the 2 incompletions, 52 seconds left. Here's Lamar Jackson, step back, step up there. Tries to get away, does get away, still running with it. He's going to chuck it down the field. Caught! Past the 30, stiff arm. Back at another tackle and close to the 15-yard line. Put him at the 16, and Baltimore will call timeout number 2. Lamar Jackson did some Mahomes stuff. Cleveland's a really disciplined defense, but they get caught. And instead of linebackers staying back and protecting the pass, they bite. And Andrews, his man, bites on Jackson instead of staying back. And Andrews gets this catch and puts the Ravens into the Cleveland red zone. .37 seconds left in the second. Jackson in the shotgun. Browns press. They're coming at him again. He'll run for the first down to the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore! A penalty flag is on the field. We'll see what this is. See if it's coming back. And it's not. That's a penalty against the Browns. And it's another run. This time Lamar cuts down the angle. He steps to the right where no one is, and no one is back in the end zone. Everybody is split wide because it cost them the last play. And so Lamar Jackson just waltzes right into the end zone and puts the Ravens up ahead. Tucker is automatic. Ravens lead by 7. (21) 14. Although see what happens. I didn't know. The penalty, as they're talking to Lamar Jackson, the penalty is not on the penalty does stand. It's not on Cleveland. It's on Baltimore, but it had nothing to do with the play. After the play, Lamar looked at a few of the boisterous Cleveland fans and slammed the ball at, I don't even know what the thing is called, like that back of the end zone, like cushion. And he got a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct or whatever. And in a second, he's out of the game. So that was a really good throw, too. They threw a flag on that, and Harbaugh just said, hey, we're winning this game. You're doing great. You're showing them. Don't do that. Don't. So I think he got the message there. Showed him the iPad. 30 seconds left, although happy that he did score. 30 seconds left. Cleveland down a touchdown. See if they try to set up a drive here. Now, if they try and they're unsuccessful, maybe the clock stops a few times and they get to third down and they don't get third down, and even if the clock's still moving, Baltimore can call a timeout and go right ahead with the punt. One punt return, 134 rushing yards for Baltimore. They've got him there. Cleveland's got him with 127 on passing. Total is slightly the edge of Cleveland, which makes sense that as also they're defensively been dominant with 4 sacks. As it should also be noticed that noted as a catch off a first down. I missed what that was, but as Cleveland calls a timeout. But Baltimore, they're up by a touchdown. That's really what this game has been, just very close. They have the narrow edge, and that's one of the reasons why at that point, at the point of the game, you don't throw the ball at the section where the fans are. You don't do those stupid things because it's still a close game. With a few timely happenings later in the season, you could even bounce. They can't bounce. They've been eliminated from winning the division, but they could bounce Cleveland to go into second in the divisions. You don't want to do any of that specifically because they've swept the Browns too. Incomplete. It deflected high as Mayfield goes down again. They're going to have to protect him better. It's second down. $20 seconds left. Second and 10. Mayfield in the shotgun. Mayfield has time. He'll throw a little screen to Hunt. Kareem Hunt is going to spin, and he leaps out of bounds, but they didn't call him out in the way that will stop the clock, so the Browns have to get going. No, they'll just call a timeout. It'll be third down. You want to get the first down, but you also don't want to do it at a time where you throw it too quickly. Because, again, Baltimore still has the timeout. The Ravens can do a bunch of things. You don't want to have to punt where the Ravens maybe return it up to midfield or get it at midfield, because the Cleveland punting hasn't been fantastic. And, they get a chance for a Hail Mary at the end of the half, and you never know. So you want it quick, but you also don't want to give Baltimore any time if you don't convert the first down to get the ball back. Here's Mayfield, shotgun snap, Baker Mayfield, and he's not going to do this quickly. This is going to go to the end of the half. Here is Mayfield throwing to the end zone. Incomplete with triple zeros on the clock. I didn't know if possibly there was going to be a second left. Almost intercepted in the back, but it is halftime. Ravens are up by 7 in the unfriendly confines of Cleveland, up 21-14 in what has been a very even game. Kind of the type of game you would have expected between Cleveland and Baltimore. And it's funny, I think, because of the way things are and just the way that you have the fan atmospheres and all of this stuff, but it's still teams go in and out of their own facilities. They just kind of stay with each other. That some of the games in a regular season without COVID that don't look like the teams that would play together. They don't play the way they would play. You're getting the type of matchups that you'd want. Last night's game, you're getting the Bills Steelers that you would think of. You'll get upsets. You'll get crazy plays, but the teams play the way that they're built to play. So we're at halftime here with Cleveland up by 7. So I look at some of the highlights that came in. A really bad week for the Giants in the NFC East. Dallas wins. Washington wins. Philadelphia wins. At this point, though, even Dallas and Philadelphia winning, maybe it'll become a problem in a week or two, but really, a team that really needs to lose more just because of how the Giants play is Washington. Washington, I believe, plays Seattle, and Cleveland plays the Giants on Sunday night. That's at home, I think, too. For the Giants' home in New Jersey. I'm actually a Giants fan, despite the Browns hat. The Browns hat is because I picked them to win. Well, Jalen Hurts wins his first career start, and if anybody remember, I had a live stream on the Puck Drops here on the draft, the NFL draft, and I said repeatedly, Jalen Hurts will not play quarterback in the NFL. Jalen Hurts will not succeed at quarterback in the NFL. Jalen Hurts is not a quarterback in the NFL. At least now I was wrong. Definitely. I'll admit that I was wrong. He balled out. It wasn't, the system. No. He played well. He played well against, yes, a Saints team that doesn't have a starting quarterback and is really banged up, but a team that is one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. has a really good defense, and he balled out. And right now, he's a quarterback in the NFL. I don't know what the future, that's one game. That's all I'm saying. But in that point, I was wrong. Not a gimmick quarterback either, just a straight up starter. And he kind of put some juice back into Philadelphia in his Eagles team. Like they had a bit more swagger. I was thinking that if you put a young quarterback in, like that going to happen, and sometimes it does. The NFC East has tons of young quarterbacks. But we will see how that goes. Greg Holland is going back to Kansas City Royals, apparently. A 1-year, $2.75 million deal for a good Kansas City player, the team that's been struggling in Major League Baseball. Take a look at how they have competed. Ravens, as we said, are up by a touchdown. That last touchdown Lamar Jackson scored, and then the penalty on the throw to the covering. So there's pretty much that's it for Baltimore in that half. All right, they're going to look on ESPN right now at the games that already happened on Sunday, and there were some good ones. I actually on Sunday, obviously, that was my second to last day in Montclair at winter for the fall semester. It's not even actually winter yet. At the fall semester, and my last full day, and I had a great Sunday. I got my hair cut. I watched football all day, and I did some stuff. Also got an exam done, and I kind of hung out. It was good. So unless the Super Bowl is February 8th or after, every NFL game this season is going to be done here at my house. Yeah, Tennessee, big win over Jacksonville. That was pretty incredible. Then the game I was talking about, Philadelphia. New Orleans, Jalen Hurts was playing some really good football. They won by 3 because Saints had a bit of a comeback that was kind of interesting to watch. I forgot who won this. Green Bay won it, but it was close for. It was 31-24, but it was really close at one point. And yeah, Seattle. Oh, hey Josh, what's up, man? I hope you're doing good. I'm a little under the weather, but I am home. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see your text. I just looked at it. I am home here, and I'm done with school. I just finished my final assignment about 5 hours ago. And so, as I was saying, I'll be here for the rest of the NFL regular season unless there's a Super Bowl after. The hat? Yeah, I thought of that after. I mean, I don't know. I picked them to win. They're losing. Ravens are playing good, but yeah, I was just saying I was hanging out and had a good day yesterday and got live streaming. I want to let you know this. I said it earlier in the stream, but you weren't here. Okay, so on December 26th, Saturday, the day after Christmas Day, obviously. I don't know if you celebrate it, but on December 26th, I am going to be doing fine. I'm going to be also. I got this signed. That's right. I'm streaming from the computer. I got this signed by one of their running backs. Their old running back from the early 2000s. I forget who it was. Anyway, on December 26th, I will be doing a live stream that I'm really excited for. it's going to be predictions on the regular season, the playoffs, goals scored and assists and stuff like that in the playoffs for NHL playoffs, and the standings of the regular season. Who's going to get picked? Who wins the cup? Obviously, who wins the trophies, and who's going to get picked in the. It can't be 38-6. Cleveland already scored 2 touchdowns. And who's going to get picked in the Seattle draft. So that's going to be December 26th. I'm gonna have to start working on it either tonight or tomorrow. So I hope you join that December 26th. I'm not sure when. I'm not sure when, but I'll figure out a good time. And that was week 1 score. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be the stream I'll be doing on the 26th of December, Saturday, for all of the predictions of the NHL. That'll be fun. NHL training camp starts on January 3rd, and the regular season starts on January 13th. And 7 days from that start, my main channel will come back. Will allow me to live stream on my main channel. So I'm excited for that. Later this week, we're gonna have on Wednesday. We're gonna have no, it's not Wednesday. Thursday, we're gonna have Chargers and Raiders for the NFL, and we'll also have a live stream, and then we'll also have on Saturday. And on Saturday, we're going to do the is this channel useless after 120? Yeah, it's going to be useless after 120, but still keep it there. Still keep it there just in case something crazy or stupid happens, because, I try to make it better. And so don't unsubscribe from this channel. And this channel should be useless, but there's always a chance that it could come back. Anyway. I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, we'll be doing some NHL stuff and NFL and all that. So that's what it was. Saturday, Thursday is going to be as I said, the NFL game. Saturday is going to be Texas A&M and Tennessee, the final game of the regular season for Texas A&M. And then, funny, I think this coming Sunday, or maybe the Sunday after, I don't remember which, we're going to find out who are the final 4 teams that will get a chance to compete for the national championship in college football. Hold on, I was just thinking of something. Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe I left my Texas A&M hat at school, but I didn't. It's here. That'll be against Tennessee in regular season. So that'll be on Saturday. On Sunday, as usual, no streams, because I'm going to start again with my 2 friends, Campbell Donovan, Tom Vivaro, them from YouTube and the stream, YouTube and Discord. The hockey show on the radio, and if you're here, I think you would love to tune into this one, because this one we have a thing called Forgotten Contenders that we talk about, which is Forgotten Contenders is the team that won the conference but lost the cup the year. We just talk about stories, remember them, and what was great about that team and what we loved about them and everything. And obviously it's on the same thing, it's on WMSC 90.3. I sent you that whole thing. And this week, the Forgotten Contenders we're talking about is the 1994 Vancouver Canucks. That was terrible. That in-stadium announcer was fantastic. But we're doing the 94 Canucks. We're talking about them this week, so I'm really excited. And okay. So have fun with that. But how was the game? Anyway, it's also why you tell me that? It's also pretty crazy because to do that, Forgotten Contenders thing with the 94 Canucks because Tommy is a Rangers fan. And that was, one of the most epic moments in his franchise. So, we're going to have some fun with that. All right, we're getting ready for the half to start. So if you have ESPN, you just put that on between Baltimore and Cleveland. And Lamar Jackson's been off, and he's also been red hot and just on. Yeah, two things. Tell me how the game was, and number two, that sounded weird, but the second thing is, do you want, we can do trivia too. Cleveland to kick off. Hold on 1 second. They are getting ready here. Spotting the ball. And this will be taken right out of the end zone. Well, banged out of the end zone for a touchback. You guys won. Oh my God, again. This chair that I have in my room is, I don't know, the seat keeps falling down every time I sit on it. So I'm assuming you guys won. You guys are really prolific and you're one of the top players. I'm just doing it. Tie. Oh, really? Does it tie? How does that work? I thought you guys playing the shootout. Really? This is thrown, and oh my goodness, what a catch! No, he dropped it. Lamar Jackson went to the side and almost a catch, but there is a penalty on the field. We'll see what this is. The refs won. Tell me what happened. Here's the call. Illegal contact penalty against the Browns. So it's going to be first down, Ravens. Where the refs call, like, what do they do? An offside, a kick in, goalie interference? What was it? Five total blown calls. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Yeah, well, you tell me more about those blown calls and the Ravens run the ball. I want to ask you a trivia question. Behind the Sedin twins, who are the highest scoring twin players, or not twin players, the highest scoring pair of players on the same line in let me rephrase it. Oh wow, that's crazy. Like the Kings Devils thing. Let me rephrase the question. Daniel and Henrik Sedin were, and also because Daniel Jones needs a receiver named Henrik so they can be better, and I could go Daniel and Henrik. Anyway, Daniel and Henrik Sedin had the highest amount of points from 2004 to 2010 between two players playing on the same line. Not necessarily brothers, even though they were. Who had the second most? Again, I'll repeat it. Daniel and Henrik Sedin from 04 to 10 from a pair of two players that played on the same line. As Lamar Jackson running back and forth. Oh my goodness. Lamar Jackson, while I was talking, took a laser-guided run from his 40 to the 33 of Cleveland. He's so fast. Lamar Jackson up the sideline through the middle, and Baltimore is marching again into Cleveland territory. All right, let me right to the 20, actually. Right outside the red zone. Unbelievable. I'm going to ask the question a final time just so you know what it is. From 2004 to 2010, the most As this is a run over to Edwards. Touchdown to the left side. Edwards. Touchdown. Ravens. Gustav Edwards again. His second touchdown of the game. All right, now a commercial, I'll re-say it. Edwards, run up the right, up the middle, to the left. This team is just running on Cleveland. That's what they've done so well. All right, I'll do that. It is good. Baltimore leads by 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points, 28-14. 4 for 4 on the extra point tries for Justin Tucker. And the Ravens lead by 14. Tied again with their largest lead of the night. Or no, this is the most they've led. Up by 14. All right. Here is the question. All right, Josh, here's a question. In 2004 to 2010, there were no 2 players on the same line. Didn't have to be related. Didn't matter who they were. Had as many points as Daniel and Henrik Sedin. Who had the second most? And knowing me, who you think it is wrong. Don't think of me because you'll get it wrong. So that's the question. Ask me again if you want me to repeat it, if you need it, if you don't know. And yes, if the Ravens score, I will throw the hat. I don't know. All right, I'll tell you. Do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to guess? And you about the Shadines. Yeah, everybody knows about the Shadines. And I'm pretty sure you were going to guess. Oh, hints? Let me know what type of hints. Let me know what hints you want. There's one hint if you think of that era, and if you ask for this hint, if I give it to you, and again, remember I said not necessarily siblings, but there is one hint. If I give it to you, you'll get it. So just ask me what type of hints you want. We're back in Cleveland. This quarter is starting to try to slow down this commercial so I can get with it. Cleveland trying to avoid being swept by the Ravens. And again, this rushing attack has gashed the Cleveland Browns. Whether it's by Lamar Jackson, who's run for 2, or Edwards, who's run for 2. What division is the team they were on in? Trying to remember the team. I don't remember the name of the division, but Northeast. Say the Browns' name correctly. I don't know what you mean. Whatever. And so touchback out of the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Browns will get the ball now. The division they're in now. Oh, Atlantic. It's in the Atlantic division. Baker Mayfield will stomp back. Try to motion. He motions back to the left again. Mayfield. Play action fake. Ravens coming a blitz. There's a throw to Austin Bryant. Don't think he got there, but he got really close. Second and short for the Browns. Kevin Stefanski, who has had a fantastic year as the head coach of Cleveland. Chubb is out there. Jonovich, the fullback, a tight end and 2 receivers. Rashard Higgins and Jarvis Landry are the receivers. Handoff to Chubb. He gets there. First down, Browns. Yeah, let me know your guess. Or if you want more hints. You can tell me. 12 minutes left in the third quarter. Just had 3 minutes go. Cleveland down by 14. Trying to get within a touchdown with the touchdown here. If Baltimore scores another touchdown, then you'll see it. Never mind. Here's Mayfield. Off his back foot, throwing down the field. Incomplete. He tried to look for Rashard Higgins. It'll be second down. That's right. The phone is like a mirror, so I brushed the wrong side of the hair in. Feels good. Sounds good. The correct name is Cleveland Clowns. Okay. Just let me know if you need another guess, if you want to guess, or if you need another hint. If you want another hint. Then you have to tell me what that would kind of be. Here is Mayfield handing it off to Chubb. They're getting their first runs. Good runs of the day. A rushing play to get past the 45-yard line. I think it got to the 46, and it will be a first down, Browns. Again, I apologize if I sound under the weather. Here's Mayfield, play action fake. Mayfield stepping up in the pocket. Mayfield, that got deflected down. That got tipped off the line. He stepped up and he was going to airmail it, but it got deflected by the offensive line of Baltimore. Number 98, not sure who that is, but we'll see his jersey plate in a second. He got up there and put a finger on it. While the coverage was being forced in the middle, Williams with the tip. Second and 10, 11:08 left in the third. They are at the 46, as we said earlier. Here's Mayfield getting out. Mayfield's going to throw. He is going to have the catch, but did he get in? Yes, he did. Njoku kept in bounds. It's a first down, Cleveland. And Cleveland has had the offense going tonight. They have found ways to come back against this Baltimore defense and score touchdowns and do good things. But the problem is they just can't stop this Baltimore rushing attack. Baltimore has only punted it at least about 2 times. Mayfield, pump fake again, throws to the ground because pressure was coming, and it's second down again. Lindsay and Howe, I said 2004 to 2010. The Shadines and these players did not have the highest of any duo ever. No. From 2004 to 2010 from the Atlantic Division. That's now not the old Atlantic Division. That's now the Atlantic Division. 04 to 10. So you're picking in that era. Yeah, 04 to 10. No, I wouldn't have done that. I'm not sure who that is. I think it might be Gretzky Messier. Here's a throw to Chubb. Chubb trying to come to the first down marker. Did not get there. But it'll be third and short. And if you're Cleveland, you might want to think going for it if they don't get it and they don't lose a ton of yards. 10:18 left in the third quarter. Baltimore 28, Cleveland 14. Chubb goes to the bench. Now they will get ready to snap the ball with less than 10 minutes left. I explained that because they really took their time. They're going for a pass on 3rd and 1, and they're going for a deep ball. They got Kareem Hunt, and I think he got the touchdown. No, he didn't get the touchdown. Did he catch it? He caught it, but he did not get in. First and goal. Kareem Hunt, who was on the field but not in the backfield, makes a fake on Fort, cover linebacker, and see when he gets pushed out because it was close. See that foot? Oh, they're going to say that either at the 1 or maybe even at the 5 because that white cleat was dangerously close. Put it at the 5. They said that the white cleat had a bridge of outside of sideline, which is kind of hard to check because it is a white cleat. I mean, they could make a case, but nothing. Rolling out. Now, Mayfield getting it, throwing to the back of the end zone, incomplete, goes through the uprights. And it'll be 2nd and goal. See if they try to run the ball here. I think we might see an unusual play here in this drive. Yeah, they still caught him, though. They still caught him. They still said it was 5, not 2, on the 2-yard line. Fakes the screen. They're going to run it up to Hunt. Touchdown, Cleveland Browns. Njoku with the help on the block, and Cleveland gets another big drive into the end zone, and they are an extra point away from cutting the deficit to 7 again. Now their defense has to make a stand. The pump fake, the run up the middle, and the enthusiasm for the former Chief. No. Hold on. Snap. Hold. Extra point is no good. Oh, no. He missed the extra point, Cody Parkey. And that changes everything. Cleveland trails by 8 instead of 7. They could still get the ball and tie it, but they would need a 2-point conversion this time. 28-20, Baltimore. No, I don't think he hit the post. I think he missed. Malkin and Crosby, if you didn't hear me, with the goal horn, Malkin and Crosby is incorrect. And if you remember, Malkin and Crosby did not play. They played on the same power play, but they didn't play on the same line. You're looking for guys who played on the same line. And Pavel Datsyuk and Henrik Zetterberg played on the same power play. And I think earlier in their career they played on the same line. But once you got past 2008, 2009, they shifted, and Filppula was on Zetterberg's line. So it is not them. It's not going to be Zetterberg, Datsyuk. It's not going to be somebody you would immediately think. Let me know if you want any more hints, if you want to guess some more, or if you want me to just tell you. So that changed everything. But Cleveland, again, all they got to do is they got to stop Baltimore, and then they got to get the ball back and score a touchdown. But this time they're going to need a 2-point conversion if they want to tie it. So let me know. Oh, excuse me. Here is Hopkins to kick this off. And out of the end zone. Right. That I specifically said that. I'll tell you, it's a team I'm okay with, but I don't typically like. I'll give you that. Ask me again if you want more hints. And I have a feeling what two players, because of that hint, you're going to guess. And if they're the players I think, they're wrong. Handoff went nowhere. So let me know how many more guesses you want to take and how you, or if you want any more hints. Here is Lamar Jackson, and he fakes the handoff. He throws over the middle for a first down, Baltimore. Trayvon Boykin with the catch. And the clock will run. Here's a handoff to J.K. Dobbins. And he is stuffed behind the line. And a tackle by they're showing somebody who made a tackle as the first tackle of the game, I guess. Is it Richardson? Might have been. 2nd and 9. Dobbins got a yard in that play, and it's Jackson in the shotgun. You got to wait. He could run. He gets out of there. He is going to run, and he is going to be stuffed after he got about 2 yards. It's 3rd down. Sendejo helped on the tackle as well. Now this is time for Cleveland to step up. No one has used a timeout yet in this half. You wonder if some coach wants to cool down. I don't think a timeout for Cleveland here defensively is that bad of an idea. Trying to say, this is your moment, guys. You got the fans behind them, behind you. This is your chance to do something really huge. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. Jackson stepping up, throwing. First down. It looks like a first down. Cleveland saying short, but it was Andrews again, who's been real good on the pass. He's caught a lot of balls the few times when Baltimore has thrown the football. He's just there enough on the forward progress to go and get the first down. And you clearly could see him. I don't know why Cleveland was saying that was short. I mean, maybe that's what they saw. They don't have the first down. They have the first down marker, but they don't have the yellow line or whatever in an actual game. So, no, not Ovechkin and Backstrom, and that team is not in that division. I think they're going to call a rare offensive penalty against Baltimore. I think this might have been a false start against the Ravens. Not a ton of penalties here. The ones that have been called have affected their team. It will be one. 1st and 15 against Patrick McCary. In fact, the Caps have never even been in that division in the Atlantic, interestingly enough. I'm not chastising you or making fun of you. I'm just saying. They were in the, forget, that division with the Penguins, the Smythe. No, not the Smythe. I don't, it'll come to me. And then the Southeast and now the Metro. As this is handed off and a few yards for J.K. Dobbins, who gets tackled down, and it'll be 2nd down. moving closer to midfield here. 124 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, average of 13.8 for the quarterback. A Monday night record, football record by any quarterback. And they've seen the likes of Michael Vick and Doug Flutie and all these guys that can run around the gridiron. Here is Lamar Jackson going to throw from the pocket to Andrews. Incomplete. Will they throw a flag? No, excuse me. Willie Snead, the fifth, the former Saint. No flags. Good defense by Cleveland is what that they're calling. Make me look like an idiot? All right. Sergey? No. Hold on. I have to make sure I have the names correctly. Yes. Sergey and Andre Kostecin. Sergey and Andre Kostecin are the two for the Montreal Canadiens, who kind of fell off a little bit, but when they were hot in that span, they were really good. Here is Jackson throwing down the middle, looking for a wideout who would have, if he had the connection, scored a touchdown. It's 4th down. Ravens will punt. Just past midfield and not at Tucker's range yet. No, I don't know what weirded on the midfield logo, but I don't think they're going to try out Tucker. They're going punt here with Koch. Yeah, you wouldn't think about them. They were good when they were good, and then Andre fell off, but Sergey went over to Nashville and had a few good seasons there. This punt will be taken at about the 13-yard line by Peoples-Jones. And Cleveland will get the ball back. And they'll have a chance to try to tie the game with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. Again, that chair. So, just waiting for just to come back. How many records does Gretzky hold? That's not really easy for me. I know he has a ton, but I don't know how many records. It's 99 or 81. I'm going to guess 99 because he's Gretzky, and it's 99. But I'm not sure about that one. I know he has a ton, but I don't I'm not sure. I know I'm going to be ripped apart by the hockey community. Yes, he's one of the greatest players of all time, but I didn't grow up in his era anyway. I think his final year or the year before his final year was the year I was born. So I never, and obviously not being Canadian, I never was a huge Gretzky guy. I've watched his highlights and 9. My guess is 9 then. Like, Gretzky's second greatest player of all time, in my opinion. He's a fantastic hockey player, but I've watched his highlights, and Lemieux popped out to me better. Lemieux's not better than Gretzky. His highlights have just been more fun to watch, in my opinion. The 12 is my guess for Gretzky, who I believe is the greatest player of all time. I'll argue with anybody on this, is Marty Brodeur. The way he changed the way hockey players had to play, the way that he broke every single goalie record ever. The only goalie record he doesn't have is MVPs by a goalie, not Vezina's. Not Vezina's. He doesn't have that record, but that's intercepted by the Ravens. Mayfield and Baltimore might have just got a touchdown here, a pick 6. No, not a pick 6, but Bowser down at the 1. But he changed the game and changed the way people had to play. And Marty Werner, in my opinion, is the greatest hockey player of all time. But what a play by Bowser! He just picked off Baker Mayfield in Mayfield's own end just when they got back from the break. The very first play, Mayfield went up to try to slant it in a corner. He wasn't touched. Bowser picks him off. And we'll see where they put the ball. Did he get into the end zone here? Because it was close. It's hard to see. Hold on. Yes. The kitchen is on. What? Touchdown. Sorry, I missed it. But Dobbins. A touchdown. I won't even play the horn at this point. J.K. Dobbins in his college yard. Well, that's Columbus, but still close by for a touchdown. And Baltimore on the verge of going up by 15. And so, Cleveland got the ball back. They had that missed extra point, but they're going to take the ball down the field, try to score a touchdown. And the very first play, blocked! Extra point blocked. And Cleveland's going to run with it. And then Koch goes down. So it's not over yet. Not over yet. The lead is now 14. Again. So this game is wide open. I mean, that was a big play by Bowser and then the run right on the 1-yard line. But they're down by 14 again. It continues. See if Cleveland, because they're going to get the ball back again. And see if maybe they'll have a chance to take a lead because Cleveland misses an extra point. Now Baltimore gets one blocked. This is a very interesting game. And you think about the Baltimore game in this building a few years ago when Cleveland lined up for a field goal to win it, and Baltimore blocked the field goal, Will Hill, and scored the touchdown. Looking at kind of a game that's going to end up close like that. Because of all things, a 15-point lead is crazy, but this blocked extra point changes everything. Now you're back to a 2-possession, 14-point lead again. Kicked by Tucker. This looks like it's returnable. No, it is not. Out of the end zone. Touchback with 4:21 to go in the third for Cleveland, who are Cleveland Browns and back on the field right now and ready to start their drive at the Brown 25. We have 23 impossible ones, and it's more than that. 30. 30. Here's Cleveland. Getting ready to snap it. Baker. Getting out of there. He'll give it to Chubb. Chubb will run close to the 30. 35. Not the yard line. 35 records held by Wayne Gretzky. Mayfield, penalties on the field as he snapped it. Looks like it'll be false start against the Browns. 40. Guess it's 40. No, don't say it. I'm going to get it. You know what? Just say it. Just say it at this point. I don't know that much about Wayne Gretzky. He's one of the most least known players that I know about. Here is Jarvis Landry cutting over the middle. Jarvis Landry still cutting down to the 30. And there you go. Also, when you're done with this, I have a I've got a trivia question for you. Here's Baker Mayfield rushing for the first down. Did he get there? Baltimore says no. He was close. They'll point to the first down and say he did. Yeah, Josh, just let me know what the there's two missed tackles there. Let me know what the game was. They're going to have a penalty against Baltimore. They're going to have 5 yards off of that because of holding against Baltimore. Let me know what it is because I don't, I want to give you a trivia question. I don't know the answer. Illegal use of hands against Baltimore. 61. Oh, my goodness. All right. I'll tell you at commercial. My trivia question. Here's Baker. I missed some touchdowns before. Baker Mayfield giving to Chubb. Chubb's not going to get back to the line. He lost a ton there, back behind the 40. It'll be second down in the final 2 minutes in the third quarter. We'll see how aggressive the Ravens get as this game moves on. Got an injured Brown limping off the field. One of the offensive linemen. Really integral to their team. Jedrick Wills Jr., who was one of the best offensive linemen in the game today. One of the best players in the game today. 10th overall pick rookie from Alabama. And he, again, the moving was at the chair again. But he came up limping as he was blocking one of the defensive linemen for the Ravens. Limping a little off the field. I got big star Calais Campbell in there, former Arizona Cardinal. Baker Mayfield's in the shotgun. He's got receivers to his left and also a tight end out there who goes for a route. Here is Mayfield throwing to that tight end, and he will get yards, but short of the first down marker. It's third down at about the 43 of Cleveland. Again, I will let you know the trivia question after this game goes to commercial. And right now there's 1:12 left in the third, so we can get there quickly. Here's Mayfield getting out. Mayfield pressured. Mayfield gets out again. Mayfield should probably tuck and run. He will tuck and run, but then a safety tackle pushes him out of bounds, and he's short of the marker. Clock will still move, but it's fourth down. 4th and 4. Do they punt? No, they're going for it here, but this could possibly be just a draw. Baltimore offsides. I have a feeling it is because there's only 15 seconds left in the play clock, and they just got to the line. With only 6 now in the play clock. No, they're going to go for it here. Mayfield throws. He's got Higgins, and Higgins close to the 40. He's at the 42-yard line of Baltimore, and then the Browns will convert on fourth down. That's a simple route. What's probably going to be the final play of the third quarter. Mayfield's going deep. He's going all the way and complete right by the pylon. It'll be second down, and that will stop the clock. Also, I just wanted to show you, if you noticed, I got my hair cut. And this was trying to get there. I think Cleveland tried to call for holding. And, yeah, they maybe, I don't know. Because want to keep it going. You know, and you're fighting down like that. I think they just wanted to let them play, but I don't know what they just called. "12 men on the field." I'm kind of confused what just happened, but they went to a break for some reason, and which to me is stupid. I don't know if they're looking at something possibly that would be big, because there was a red challenge flag on the field. That I think they tried to the Ravens. No, the Ravens challenge it. I'm not sure what's being challenged, but something's being challenged. I'm not particularly sure what Baltimore is trying to challenge, but with 6 seconds left, they're looking at something, and we'll be back with that. Okay, here's what I was going to say. With the here's my question. Here's my trivia question. Steve Yzerman over Gordie Howe has the most points ever in the playoffs and the regular season, and of all time, of points in playoffs and regular season for the Detroit Red Wings. That's owned by Steve Yzerman. Here's my question. Who has the most points in a single month for the Red Wings? The most the most points and goals in a single playoff series for the Detroit Red Wings. All three records are held by one player. Who is that player? Also has another record. Most playoff goals scored by a single Detroit Red Wing player in a game. He has that record too. So who has the most points in a regular season month for the Red Wings ever? In a series, goals in a series, and goals in a single game. So that's the question. It's 4 records, and one person owns all of them. Who is that person? I'll tell you right now, it's not Steve Yzerman or Gordie Howe. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good job. I didn't know if that would have been easy for you. Yep, that it is Johan Franzen. In March of 2008, he scored the most points ever in a playoff series. Points and goals were against Colorado in the second round, and goals was in Game 4 in the 2010 semifinals against the Sharks. Here's Kareem Hunt. He's going to take an outside run, and he's going to push to the marker. So I have no idea what they were looking at. Just, end of the third quarter, so going right back to commercial, as it'll be a first down Cleveland. They enter the fourth quarter down by 14, but they are marching close to the Baltimore red zone, trying to go back down by 7, or go back within 7 again. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, Johan Franzen was a fantastic player. I loved him in Detroit for so long, but he kind of went out because he was not a straight up defensive minded guy, and he would get injured a lot, and he had a lot of issues off the ice. He is a liability, even though he could shoot the puck better than anybody, or like anybody. I'm not gonna say better than anybody, but he was a fantastic player, but just had a lot of issues that made him a liability. I think a guy that always he seemed like, which Anthony Mantha's kind of like that too, which is that's the game I was talking about. Although I think he might have scored 6 in that game because I think one of the goals was counted, or he might have scored 5, but he really scored 6. I think the first goal of the game, that's the fourth record I was telling you about, the semifinals 2010 game 4 against the Sharks. And not only that, but it wasn't like 2-1 series lead, 1-1. The Red Wings were down 3-0 in the series. It was the only game they won that series. And it was the final game that they won that series. And anyway, the first goal that Franzen scored, I actually think that statistically he got 5 goals, not 6 goals, because I don't think they credited it to him. I think they credited it to Todd Bertuzzi. But if you look at the first goal, Bertuzzi never touches that puck. It's a straight up blast by Johan Franzen. But anyway, at commercial, I'm going to explain the whole thing, the Mantha Holmstrom thing with Franzen, that I think is really important and interesting to know, and it's why Franzen fell off and Holmstrom played forever, and one of the things, a cautionary tale for Anthony Mantha. Here is Mayfield. Mantha, of course, though being Canadian, and the other two being Swedish. Now, it's just kind of funny that way, but they all play that similar role. Here is Mayfield. The shotgun still doesn't go. That now he'll throw that, deflected again. It's second deflection off the line. That was the first play to start. Just when they came back, before there was the interception. Here it was a deflection off of the line of scrimmage. Cleveland 9-3. They're trying to get to 10-3 and really put a wrench in Baltimore's playoff hopes. Vegas would like that, and a Cleveland win would win the division for the Buffalo Bills. Here is Mayfield going over to Hunt, or maybe it wasn't division, maybe it was playoffs. I forget, but I know that they're in definitely. They're in space definitely, not indefinitely. Go ahead with the trivia question. And at commercial, I want to bring up that whole cautionary tale because I think it's very interesting. And Anthony's a good kid, Mantha. And he's a good kid, and I've seen him play. I think he scored a goal in the game I went to, Devils and Red Wings. I don't remember. I can actually look up the stats now if he did. But Anthony's a good kid, but he has to really react to this cautionary tale and do better and be better player. Here's Mayfield. It's going to run for a few yards. Third down. It doesn't work. A fourth down coming. So do you go for it here or do you get the points? We will see what happens. How tall was the original Stanley Cup? I'm bad at measurement, like qualifications, but Cleveland going for it, and now a timeout taken by Cleveland. They're first of the half. I think possibly it was. Well, it was first really small. I remember it was first really small, so I'm going to go with 1 foot. I don't know this stuff. I know about like players and games and stuff, especially when it's like 95 after. Fourth and 4. See if Cleveland goes for it. They got their quarterback in the game. You look at Cleveland, who is a game and a half out of first place in the division and second place in the American Football Conference. Half a foot. Yeah, I tell you, I don't know those dimensions. Here's Mayfield. Baker getting out of there. Baker. Oh, he throws it, but touchdown! Touchdown, Cleveland! I was going to say it was a bad decision. He should have ran for it, but a touchdown by Cleveland. And that will put them within 7. I think they're going for it. For 2. They're going for 2 here. They are down by 8. If they go for the 2-point conversion, then they could then get a touchdown, and an extra point would give them the lead. What a game we have in Cleveland, in Ohio. There is an injured Raven down, Marcus Peters, with 13:36 left in the 4th. And that is going to be the touchdown. They'll go for a 2-point conversion after the injury timeout. Wait, no. Let me explain the cautionary tale first. Tomas Holmstrom, who came in as a really young rookie who wasn't even supposed to play the playoffs, but he played some minor league hockey in '96, the 95-96 team, and he came in when he wasn't really supposed to, late, like in the middle. I think he came in either game 4 or game 5 of the series against Colorado in '97, and then he had a few points in that series and the series against Philadelphia. And then he was all over the place in the playoff series the next year against, and go to the regular season against who are those teams? The Coyotes, St. Louis, Dallas, and Washington. And he would stand in front, he would get whacked at, he would hit, he would fight, he would do all the things. He'd play defense, and he would also go up the line. And even though he was like known as a brutish player, he still had a decent shot. Franzen kind of just relied on his shot, and he didn't do all those things, even though he played with Holmstrom, and he could learn from Tomas Holmstrom. And I think that kind of it cost him a long career in Detroit or in anywhere in the NHL. And I think Anthony Mantha is kind of in the middle, where he could be Holmstrom or he could be Franzen. He's got a shot more like Franzen than Holmstrom that you can't teach, and he's great on the power play, and he's great on the circle. There's all these things. But he's not the same like Holmstrom. Holmstrom, I don't know if he'll be that way, but if he can be that way, if he can be a better defensive player and he can go on the penalty kill and block shots and fight for his teammates, he's going to last in the league a long time. But if he just tries to play with his shots, like just go by his shots and go by his skill, he's going to waste away. So it's a cautionary tale. So Anthony is a good young player. He's got to listen to this and learn from that. Calgary Flames question, go, while Cleveland is going for it on a 2-point conversion. Here is Mayfield. Baker throwing in the pocket, tipped, caught. 2-point conversion is achieved. A deflection to Peoples-Jones. The Browns are within 6. They trail by 6 to Baltimore. And another touchdown would only put Baltimore up 13 if they were to score another one. And if Cleveland could score a touchdown, I don't remember if they were leading earlier in the game. I didn't watch that, but let me look up that. But I know that would be huge. What a tuck in for him. Peoples-Jones, so it didn't hit the ground. So I look at that to see if they did take a lead in this game. I missed the opening period. It was just 7-7 when I started streaming. But no, take a look at this. yeah, pretty big opportunity. Cleveland will kick this away, and Cleveland did take a lead in this game. It was the first time they led for the first time, and that was earlier. So that would be their first lead again. They have led in this game, but it's really late. And no Lamar Jackson. Trace McSorley is out there, or is Lamar out as a receiver? No, there's no Lamar Jackson. Is something wrong with him? We don't know. It's Trace McSorley out for the Ravens. Which goalie said that? I'll look at that later. Here's McSorley, and he's going to go himself, call his own number. He'll slide down, and it'll be a few yards gained. For the Flames, set the record for most goaltender assists in one game. All right, I'm going to go throw a crazy one. Trevor Kidd. That's my guess, Trevor Kidd. Because I remember he played after Vernon went to Hockeytown, the Detroit Red Wings. So my guess is, it's my guess. 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard gain. And that's a straight wild guess. I know he handled the puck well, but I'm not sure. Throwing out McSorley, tipped and deflected on the outside. Olivier Vernon, former New York Giant, was out there. Mike Vernon, then, is my guess. I know Cujo. I know Vernon. I know, as I said, Kidd, and I know Kippersoff and Hiller, and all the Flames goalies that have been there since Hiller, since 2017. But I don't know anybody else. So my guess is Vernon. Shotgun snap on 3rd down for McSorley. McSorley throwing that and dropped by Brown. Cleveland's going to get the ball back with plenty of time left in the 4th quarter, and they are going to have a chance to take the lead for the first time since drive number 1. Not Vernon. Mika Kippersoff is my guess. I'm just kind of gonna just ramble down with all the goalies that I know. So I guess is Kippersoff, who came from the Sharks actually. He was not drafted by Calgary, and kind of just they let him. They didn't really believe in him. But Calgary did. Here is a punt by Koch. And this will bounce out of bounds at the 26-yard line of Cleveland. The 90s. I don't think Hobby Bulin played there. I think Hobby Bulin played in Calgary, but I don't think he played there in the 90s. I would have to give up. I know Kidd, and I know Kidd, and I know Vernon. I don't know any other Calgary Flame goaltenders in the 90s. Because I don't think Hobby Bulin played there. I think he was in Phoenix. So I will say I don't know. Baker Mayfield under center. They are willing to go for it on 4th down if they have to. Mayfield still throwing. And he got hit. He's still talking to some of the Baltimore defensive linemen out there. And it's 2nd down. Calais Campbell with some pressure. He hit Mayfield, and Mayfield wanted a penalty flag. He fixes up his knee pad. Here's Mayfield, short throw to Landry. Landry tries to cut off the angle. He gets the 1st down. Right by the Ravens sideline, and he flexes his knee down. Show that he's big time. Jeff Reese, never heard of him. You'll learn if you're a Calgary fan. Obviously, you know this. the Flames in playoffs, regular season, players that they've had, draft, it's very weird. Even though the Flames are a longer franchise, but San Jose, the California's actually had hockey at that stadium more longer, believe it or not, even though it's Canada, is that's a handoff over to Hunt. Those two teams, for some weird reason, in almost every way possible, San Jose and Calgary are linked together. Like they always seem to play each other. Sometimes there's some years they play each other in the playoffs. They're always involved with each other in the draft. There's all sorts of crazy things. Wow, 13-1 win and 3 assists. You knew it would have to have been a huge win. Cleveland trying to get over midfield. Hand off to Hunt. Kareem Hunt with a push, and he'll get the first down. You really know that Baltimore, like, struggling here defensively, really are feeling the pain. You can definitely agree with that. How linked together San Jose in almost every way is with the Calgary Flames. It's a really cool rivalry. Colorado was a great team 2 years ago when they went to San Jose, but the two teams, the two top teams at the regular season records in the West, how great would that have been for a battle in the second round if Colorado didn't win that series? San Jose and Calgary would have been fantastic. And that is Hunt for about 2 yards. It'll be second down. If Cleveland decides to go field goal here, if they get to a range where they feel they're comfortable, they would be down only by 3, 34-31. Who is the NHL record in eight and more point games? Not Gretzky. My guess would be Mike Bossy. Yeah, my guess would be Mike Bossy, but maybe it's someone older. I don't think it's Jagger, and I don't think it's anything newer than like 76 or 77. Here is Mayfield throwing. Has a man. First down. Wrapped up right past the 35, I think, to the 34-yard line of Baltimore. An absolute definite field goal range. Not Bossy. Give me can you give me the year? Yeah, just give me the year, and then I can kind of figure out what type of players I'm looking at. I know Bossy was more of a goal scorer anyway, but I thought maybe he had some big point games. Yeah. Give me the year, or if you don't want to give me the year, you can give me the time, 40s, mid-40s, whatever. Here is Chubb for a few more yards, got about 5, second down. '80s and '90s. So I'm guessing mid-'80s. Oh, I'm an idiot. Mario Lemieux, right? It's got to be Mario Lemieux. I can't believe I didn't think of this. I'm assuming that's my guess. Mario Lemieux. A French-Canadian superstar from Pittsburgh. Well, in Pittsburgh, not from. Baker Mayfield, 2nd and 4. They move Peoples-Jones. Mayfield's got to get out. He will find a first down right into the Baltimore red zone. The passing has been key for Cleveland. Yeah, that once you said 80s and I started thinking mid-'80s, that made perfect sense. He had games that were just unstoppable. That's I believe yes, Gretzky is the greatest skater of all time. But if you want to see an '80s player that goes crazy off the ice and just had skill you couldn't teach, Mario Lemieux. Second thing I would say is anybody, you probably watched it a ton of times. Anybody who hasn't and off Canada is Chubb takes it close to the 5. Think he might be down at the 6. Should watch the 86, 87. I forget the year. One of those years, the Canada Cup. Gretzky, Lemieux, Yzerman. That Pierre Turgeon was also on that team, I believe. Marc Messier, basically all the great. Mike Bossy, all the great Canadian superstar players. Mayfield, handoff. And Chubb gets to the line, and he might have gotten a yard, not sure. This fourth quarter continues to leak down. 7:15 left. You know they want to get in, but if Baltimore, which strengthens their defense when Lamar Jackson's not out there, if they believe that their defense cannot stop or can stop them, like Cleveland, you go ahead with the field goal and say, hey, our defense can stop a team led by Trace McSorley, and I don't want to go for it for fourth down where they're just going to sit at the line and deflect things. Here is a throw up for Njoku. Couldn't make the catch, and that would have tied it. It will stop the clock, and it's 3rd and goal, and big decisions to make if they don't get it in here. So this is the throw that just goes right over the hands of David Njoku, who 9 times out of 10 make that catch. 3rd and goal. Big momentum. It cannot be stressed enough how huge this play is. Browns have drove down the field. They've taken time with them. Here's Mayfield pumping it. Mayfield, can he get to the pylon? He will! Not even touched. Touchdown! Cleveland Browns, and he throws the ball at the wall or whatever that thing was. You remember Lamar Jackson did that, and he got the penalty. A 5-yard touchdown run, and what a comeback for the Cleveland Browns. They have tied the game, and an extra point by a guy who's missed it in this game. The lone Ravens fan, can't believe it, this Cleveland crowd goes crazy, can take the lead. Give them the lead for the Browns. Who can run the ball the best? That's been the game. Mayfield, he cuts alone, and see, can he beat the pylon? Get to the pylon? He absolutely did, and then the soccer slide into the end zone. Absolutely crazy. Cleveland has come back, and here we go. Here we go. An extra point to give Cleveland a 35-34 lead, and there's a penalty on the field. Oh, and if this is a delay of game, which knocks the ball back 5 yards, which for a kicker who at the previous spot had made an extra point isn't good. This again to give Cleveland the lead. Now, a field goal for Baltimore would still give them the lead, or a touchdown, whatever score, even a safety, even if he makes the extra point. This is gigantic. Here is the extra point. It's good. Cleveland takes a 35-34 lead. They lead for the first time since the opening kickoff. Cleveland, and yeah, you see him throwing the ball. And Josh, if you missed it, the funny part with him throwing the ball is, I hope you didn't rage quit, is that Lamar Jackson did that, and he got a penalty. And so Mayfield, off of a running touchdown, and he's screaming at the fans. So Mayfield does that, and it's like, oh, this is a crazy, crazy, crazy game. Who holds the record for most points in a period? Oh, God, I don't. Gretzky? My guess is Gretzky, but maybe it's not because, why would you give me an easy one like that? But my guess, yeah, is Gretzky. Messier? Mark Messier. Oh, I got a good Red Wings trivia question for you next. Not Messier. Lemieux again? Mario Lemieux? Also, I got to put this backwards since they have the lead now. Monday Night Football, which will be next Monday night I'll stream, is another AFC North matchup between two teams that you really hate, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Pittsburgh getting the cupcake. We'll do that. Mario Lemieux, and cupcake meaning like it's a really easy game. At Lemieux. Oh, Gordie Howe? Devin Duvernay is going to get this ball at 20. I was just confused to stop talking because I didn't realize that my volume of my phone was on with the YouTube, so I heard myself. 6:29 left in the fourth. Baltimore trailing by a point. And you know who's also in there up to their feet in Orchard Park, Buffalo, New York. How their fortunes have turned around. Also in the Sin City, the Raiders must be happy. Now, it's not over till it's over, as Goodson backs up. McSorley in the shotgun. Baltimore has 2 timeouts. Cleveland has 3. Important to know, McSorley read option. McSorley goes around. McSorley looking to pass the ball. He throws out of bounds, and it's second down. I'm thinking of players. If it's not Howe, I'm gonna say Jean Beliveau, and if it's not Beliveau, tell me who it is. Maybe no, I wouldn't know that. I would know that. I'm gonna guess Beliveau. If it's not, just tell me who it is. I'm not even gonna guess or. If I get it wrong, then haha, it's funny. Also, Baltimore playing Indianapolis next, which they really would want to win that. They would be in dire straits if they lose to Cleveland today and lose to Indianapolis as well. There is a stuff behind. It's third down. Trache. Oh, I didn't know that. I will wait to commercial to tell you this Red Wings question. I can't believe I never have done this one with you. I think I did this one with like Tommy or one of my other friends, but this is a really good Red Wings question that I just remembered. Here is McSorley getting out of there, throwing high. Oh, he got a first down. He got Willie Snead. Thought maybe it would have been overthrown, but he was able to get the first down. Clock continues to run. And Willie Snead was just too aggressive there. McSorley has motion out. McSorley, they're going to hand off to Dobbins. And Dobbins will be brought down. The ball's loose. Ball's loose. He fumbled it, but I think Baltimore jumped on the ball. They did. They did it, and they actually got more yards. Dobbins got about 4, and then the ball rolled to almost to the marker, so it's going to be 2nd and 1 because of a fumble. And that would have been dangerous for Baltimore if Cleveland was to get the ball back. 4:20 left in the fourth quarter. This is a crazy game. McSorley in the shotgun. McSorley will hand off to Dobbins. Dobbins gets the first down and pushes past the 50-yard line into Cleveland Browns territory. And maybe this could be crazy. Does Baltimore here try to slow down the pace? And instead of having some issues there, just try to go for that field goal to win the game. Because there's 3:43 left. They don't need to use these timeouts unless they want to. I mean, they got to get these first downs, but other than that. And a handoff on the outside will give Baltimore a sufficient amount of yards. I wonder if Cleveland starts calling a timeout here. Wonder if the Browns see what they're doing. I clearly see what Baltimore is doing. Again, at commercial, I will let you know my trivia question. McSorley in the shotgun. Less than 3 minutes to go. Former Penn State product, played in the Big Ten. He'll hand off and stop him short of the marker. About 3 yards to go. Just past the 40 of Cleveland is where the marker is. With 2:40 to go now, and the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Cleveland would really need a stop here on 3rd and 2. And if the clock doesn't, if Baltimore doesn't get the first down here, and they don't, and the clock doesn't stop, you could clearly see them continuing to move this along, or just wait till the 2-minute warning and get out of play after that. Here's McSorley. He's going to read option. McSorley goes down, and now it's 4th and long. And McSorley is holding his knee, and he is down. And we're going to the 2-minute warning. The drama of this game, this could be a Broadway play. It's unbelievable how this has done. What is the only NHL team that still exists, was created before the actual NHL? Montreal Canadiens. But they're, I think, still had the same ownership and some of the same type of players and organization before they were the same team of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Lamar Jackson is trotting out there. This could change everything. If you're at the 2-minute warning, McSorley down, and then the Browns are doing well against Lamar Jackson. Now the run threat comes in again. What do you do with 2 minutes left on 4th down? Oh, yes. This is a good one. I completely forgot about this one because I've known this for like a year. All right. In 2002, not 2002 because he didn't play in the 2 team, but in I think it was in July 2002, so it was after they won the Cup. The Red Wings make a trade with the Washington Capitals for a draft pick and a third line wing player to play with Zetterberg and Datsuk when Hull wasn't playing with them, when Brett Hull was playing with them. Who is this player, and what former Red Wing was drafted, or not what former? Who was the player that the Red Wings got from Washington in 2002, and who was the player that the future Detroit Red Wing, he would later play for the Red Wings, that Washington selected with Detroit's pick? Are you behind? You must be behind. Yeah, I must be behind. Yeah, I'm definitely behind or something. Yeah, I was behind. Sorry about that. Touchdown. Marquise Brown. Baltimore is leading again. And that is what happens. That is a type of play. Marquise Brown, the long catch, and Lamar Jackson finds him. Baltimore going for 2. This will give them a 7-point lead. Lamar Jackson fakes it. Touchdown, 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion is good. I almost got him down, but then the 2-point conversion comes through, so the best Cleveland can do with 151 and all 3 timeouts is tie the game. which you don't want to give Baltimore a lot of time to. They could rather leave it up to overtime. And I will now let you know what happened with Here we go. 1:51 to go. Cleveland's going to get the ball back. There's Brian tweeting right at it. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what the question is again. In 2002, the Detroit Red Wings traded with the Washington Capitals for a third-line player to play with Zetterberg and Datsuk and Hull if they needed to in the power play. And they traded a draft pick, a first-round pick to Washington, to the Capitals. What was the player who was the player that the Red Wings got, and who was the future Red Wing, he later played for Detroit, that Washington selected with the first-round pick? And they were showing us Lamar got out of the pocket, and, McSorley's a good kid, but he's not going to make that throw. Lamar Jackson is, and Baltimore takes the lead. They regain the lead up by 7, 42-35. Fireworks in Cleveland. In a different way. It's also his first touchdown pass. So now Cleveland to go down the field. You don't want to give Baltimore too much time. They'll try to go for a field goal to win it. Here's a throw. Did he catch that? Peoples-Jones caught the ball close to the Baltimore 40. So just like that, Cleveland goes down the field. They've got 3 timeouts, as we said. And that was a fantastic catch, and clearly a catch. I don't know is Baltimore trying to challenge this? No, they're having substitution issues. Or was a timeout called? The timeout was called. Baltimore calls their second timeout with 1:44 to go. The clock is the Ravens' friend. It's not really going to help Cleveland, this clock going down, but they've got momentum, they've got the ball, and they've got all 3 timeouts. And I really don't think you want to go too fast if you're the Browns here. Do you want to guess? Yeah. Do you want to take some guesses? Yeah. Don't tell me you're giving up. Just, take some guesses. Let me know how you want to guess. What hints you want. It's 2 players. The guy that was drafted and the one that was traded for. Remember, draftee later played for the Red Wings. Mayfield getting out. Mayfield still is going to pump and throw. He doesn't get a first down, but he does find Landry close to the sideline. They say that Landry caught it and then was out. So that would stop the clock. I'm not sure how they're going here with it. What a fantastic game. Definitely going to be one of the games to remember from this regular season on Monday Night Football. Kareem Hunt is out with the Browns. They've got Bryant, the tight end. They've got Peoples-Jones, Jarvis Landry, and Rashard Higgins. Here's a throw to Hunt by Baker Mayfield, and Kareem Hunt is going to be down at about the 23-yard line of Baltimore. Clock is continuing to move. Here's Mayfield. A throw. Over to Hunt. Kareem Hunt going to the end zone. Did he get there? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Cleveland. And they're an extra point from tying it. A 22-yard touchdown reception. Baker Mayfield to Kareem Hunt. And we'll see what Cleveland does. Remember, Cleveland still has the 3 timeouts. So if they go for 2 and don't make an onside kick, they could still use the 3 timeouts there. If they want to use 3 timeouts on a drive to get the ball back, they can do a lot of things here. Baltimore only with 1. The ruling on the field is a touchdown. It's being reviewed. Would they call touchback here to ruin Cleveland, even though, again, they have the 3 timeouts? So we'll have to look at it. 104 left in the 4th. Josh, do you want me to tell you both players or the player that was traded? And he definitely got the touchdown. And you can clearly see where the ball is. When he falls down and the ball drops, it's on the 1-yard line. So even if you were to say he was out, the ball went out, he was out, you can't say a touchback. He's definitely out at the 1 because that ball never went over the pylon. Robert Lang, if you remember, he was the one that was traded from the Capitals. A great player early on in his career, the point leader with the Caps after he was drafted after their 98 Cup run. On some of those teams that went to the playoffs with Jagr and some that missed way before Ovechkin, it was also, I will tell you right now, that draft pick is not Ovechkin. It was not a first-round pick that they traded that, they had a pick that they didn't have, and that was their first. No. So it was Robert Lang. Cleveland trying to make sure they know exactly what they want to do here. Do they send out Cody Parkey, the guy who's missed a kick in this game? Touchdown is the call. That is the call. It is 42-41. Here comes Cody Parkey. Now his most important kick for the extra point to tie this unbelievable game. So now tell me the future Detroit Red Wing that was drafted with the Caps pick from the Red Wings. Cody Parkey. What a gigantic extra point. Hold. Snap is good. Kick is up. It's good. Cleveland has tied it with 64 seconds left in the football game. LeBron tweeting too. Yeah, Cleveland just... Ohio has really come across. I mean, obviously, the Cavs have not had a good season, but you look at all of what is happening with the Columbus Blue Jackets, how they have made big strides. This Browns team doing some crazy things. The Columbus Crew are the MLS champions. Yeah, they beat Seattle 3-0. It's good to be a sports fan in Ohio, unless you like their basketball team. Wow. Kareem Hunt ties it with a touchdown, and he has been prolific. See if we go to overtime or what happens. Lamar Jackson can score just like that. Remember, Cleveland could also win in regulation. They've got all 3 timeouts. So here we go. Here's Tucker running up the sideline. The Ravens are at the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. Lamar Jackson. Jackson getting out, throwing. For the first down. And there goes the first. No. Timeout has not been called yet. They're not going to want to call the timeouts unless they absolutely have to. Here's Jackson. Lamar Jackson throwing. And they got to make the tackle here. The Browns will. It's past the 50-yard line. And Baltimore, I believe, will call their final timeout. See, Cleveland's in a weird position. You know, they want to get the ball back and start calling timeouts, but they also don't want Baltimore to have a chance to get down the field and score. Ravens would still not be incredibly there to where Cleveland is in the division. They go all the wins that Cleveland had a few years ago when they went 7-9. The worst they can do is go 9-7 here. Sorry about that. Timeout called before the play by Cleveland. Their first of the second half. You know, they're dealing with how they should manage this game. Baltimore right now is the 8th seed in the AFC. No 8 seeds can get in. They're just 7. They're right behind Miami. This will be their 8th win of the year for Baltimore. The best they can be is 11-5. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. Just past the 50, Jackson still stays there. He'll throw over the middle, and it'll be short of the field goal target line. The clock will run. Baltimore cannot stop the clock. Cleveland can twice. Lamar Jackson's going to throw this. Oh, and they are in field goal range for Tucker. Baltimore wants to run another play. Lamar to try to get to the line, and he's going to spike it with 7 seconds left. If this field goal is quick, there is an opportunity as he's raising his hand. I don't know what, for Cleveland to get the ball back, but they would be down by 3, and they would need one of those pitch ladder plays or a helmet or something weird. Here's Justin Tucker with 7 seconds left. This is a deep field goal, but he is really good. Now, Cleveland could call a timeout here to ice him. I think they might. They've got 2 to use. Lamar Jackson on the sideline. He's let his team down. This is the best they can muster, a 55-yarder. Remember what happened years ago. This is a deep field goal. Tucker, it is good with 2 seconds left. It's good. And the Ravens take a miraculous 45-42 lead. It's not the game winner, but we'll see if it will be. Also, after this game is over, give me the thing for the what's it called? The draft pick. I'm not looking at the phone where the stream is, so I'm not seeing what you're saying. My computer's a little slow. I promise you on Thursday it's not going to be this slow because I'll have the TV. Lamar Jackson celebrates on the sideline and it almost went wide. Cleveland will still get a chance to win the game. They got 2 seconds left on the clock. And that could be it. Tucker's going to kick this off. Baltimore leads by 3. If this is a squib, Baker Mayfield's not going to have a chance to win the game. It's just going to have to be a lateral. It is going to go onto the ground, and it'll be a touchback. So what does Cleveland do here? They show the throw that set up this field goal. This was real big time. Cleveland thought they had tied it late, but Baltimore took the lead. See what happens in the last 2. And they show how he has played. And Baltimore doesn't have a chance in the playoffs without him, but with him, they could make a run. Mayfield. All right, this will be the final play, barring a penalty. Pitch back, Hunt. This grabbed and lateraled to Baker Mayfield, who's got to get out of there. He laterals it to the back. It's kept over by Higgins. Higgins will move this close to the 20. Higgins will go to the 25. He's going to throw this one, and it'll be caught, and the ball's still loose. The game's not over yet. Hunt is going to take this back, and they have to get the ball out quickly. They're at their own end zone, looking for a lane to get loose. Still, there's nothing. Thrown back into the end zone. Taken over by Higgins. He needs help. Higgins steps out of bounds, and Baltimore wins. The Ravens, in an incredible game, win 45-42 with a field goal with only 2 seconds left and survive a lateral to win an important game against Cleveland. It's going to be a safety, too, since he stepped out of bounds. So the score is going to look a little better. Instead of 45-42, 47-42, but now it's official. Baltimore is 8-5. Cleveland is 9-4, and Baltimore sneaks up on the Browns. They sweep the Browns in the season series. Before I go, since this game is over again, I'll see you on Thursday for Raiders and Chargers. But before I go, I was going to ask you, but you can't figure out who that player is, so I'll tell you. You never heard of Robert Lang? Oh wow. I'll tell you who the player is that Baltimore, the Washington drafted, and he was in the league last season. Is playing for your second, Calgary, your second favorite team's big Albertan rival. He's played for the Oilers, and that's Mike Green. Mike Green is the player that was drafted by Washington with the pick that Detroit traded to Washington to grab Robert Lang, and Mike Green ended up being a Red Wing and playing for the Red Wings in the playoffs, but not like 07 or 08. It was the last season they made it in 16. He might have played in the 14-15 season when they lost in 7 to the Lightning. He might have played in both series against Tampa Bay. I don't remember. But it's over. Baltimore wins. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati will be on Monday. I'll stream that one later. And it's over. So if you enjoyed that, and I will see you on Thursday for Raiders and Chargers. Good night, everybody, and happy hockey, everybody.